All right, well, that cool air finally made its way in, and because of the cool air interacting with the moisture that's already in place, well, we have winter weather advisories in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow for northern Schoolcraft, Alger, Marquette, Baraga, Houghton, Ontonagon, and Gogebic County. And we could be looking out for primarily 4 to 8 inches for a lot of us. It could be a sweet spot of around 10 inches, but also what you're going to want to look out for are going to be the winds. They'll be anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusting around 25, so bringing down visibilities just a bit. But here's our system currently pushing its way off to the east and starting to see more of that snowfall, especially in central and western UP. We'll continue to see an increase in that end. More of a lake enhancement as that cooler air comes over the relatively warmer bodies of water of Lake Superior, and we'll see that throughout the evening, expecting around 2 to 4 inches tonight and then a little more as we head throughout the afternoon on Wednesday. Right now we are at 30 degrees north winds, pretty breezy out there, 14 miles per hour, and we are bringing that snow down even more and down even quicker as we are at 30 here in Marquette. But off to the west, that cooler air is starting to intrude just a bit more at 28 in Ontonagon, 23 already in Ironwood, upper 20s in Florence, Menominee, and in Crystal Falls, and in Lawrence there at 25 degrees, but more of the 30s as you go off to the east here, 31 degrees in Munising, 34 in Escanaba, and at 30 degrees here in Ishpeming. Winds all coming from the north. 15 miles per hour here in Ironwood, at 13 in Houghton, 17 in Marquette, and at 16 in Iron Mountain. And across the entire state, for us here into the UP, a lot of 30s and 20s farther south here into portions of central and southern Michigan, around the upper 40s. So haven't quite gotten that cool air, but don't worry, it will arrive as we go throughout the overnight. And wind chills above that 20-degree mark here across the lower peninsula. But for us here into the UP, starting to see more of those teens at 13 right now in Ironwood. Could expect those to be closer to the single digits as we head into the overnight. So definitely bundle up if you're going to be heading outside. Snow continues for us tonight, but the day on Wednesday looks to be even chillier for us as that cooler air does settle into place. We'll see highs only in the low to mid 20s throughout the region, and more sun is on the way as we end off the work week as high pressure will take control, and that will provide more of the sun, but temperatures aren't really going to be warming up that much for us as we look to stay around the 20s and the lower 30s for afternoon highs. But this is what we're looking out for by 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. 5 to 8 inches right along the Lake Superior shorelines, a little farther south. That lighter blue, 3 to 6 inches, and for us right along Lake Michigan, only 1 to 3 inches can be expected. But this is our setup. Area of low pressure beginning to work its way northeastward. On the backside is that very chilly air starting to work its way southward, and the winds are beginning to pick up as well. And as we head throughout the day on Wednesday, that system should begin to push out of here. So around Wednesday evening, starting to see a decrease in our snow activity, and by tomorrow night, maybe a few breaks in the clouds as we'll find ourselves in the lower teens for overnight lows. Here's our system pushing its way to the northeast, continuing to snow throughout the overnight though, and then we'll start to see that really break apart as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening, and then starting to see more of a clearer sky as we get closer to Thursday. For tonight, we'll call for a low of 19 degrees, cold and snowy northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our Wednesday, chilly and with snow beginning to leave out of here. Northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, but look at highs, 23 in Lawrence, 26 in Crystal Falls, and at 25 in Marquette. Winter only about 5 days away. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, 25 on both Wednesday and Thursday. A bit of a warming trend as we head closer to the weekend. Not much though, as we'll see more sun, but highs only back in the upper 20s.